Hey everybody, thanks for checking us out again. Friday, 3 o'clock. Michelle, the lovely Michelle Heim is behind the camera today. Okay, so last week we talked to Mike Zettelmoyer, the appraiser. He gave us some great ideas on the different reasons why you get your house appraised and what he does and goes through and stuff like that. But I just want to talk briefly today about some of the things about what's it worth. If you do a home improvement, what's it worth? What's it going to mean to you value-wise in your home? This is different than what Mike was talking about. Mike talks about, like, if you compare a 2-story home in Wilson School District that's about the same age, and one's a 3-bedroom house and the other's a 4-bedroom house, and the 3-bedroom house is the comparable, he has to actually add $7,000 to that comp to bring it up to the 4-bedroom subject house. That's a little different than what I'm going to talk about today. But I have all those rough ideas too of how your house would compare, like a powder room's worth $1,500 and a garage is worth $7,000, and all those things. So if you want to talk about those things, comparing your house to comparable homes in your area, that's different. What I'm talking about today are things you can do, projects, things around the house, 7 things you might consider that would add value, and 10 things to avoid. Okay, here we go. So, 7 things to consider. Remodel the kitchen. It's number 1, believe it or not. Remodeling a kitchen can be somewhat expensive. However, depending on where you're at, it adds 60 to 120% of what you just spent. So if you spend 20 grand, you might just increase the house maybe 30. I don't know. But it depends on, again, the size of your home, how much you spend, and all that. You should not invest in a deluxe kitchen. There was a property that was built in 1900. The people spent 60 grand putting gourmet everything in there, and they couldn't sell it because it wasn't consistent with the rest of the house, if you know what I mean. Keep your kitchen remodel consistent with what else you got going on around the house, if you understand that. And paint goes a long way, by the way. A couple $100 on paint, if you have it done right, you could get a lot more investment on that, okay? Bathroom addition, 80 to 130% back, okay? Reinventing a room. Reinventing a room is things like finishing an attic, finishing a basement, things like that. Making a bedroom an office, those kinds of things. Number 4 is adding energy efficient windows. Energy efficient windows can bring you anywhere from 60 to 90. Now, if you're gonna like move next week, why spend 100% to get 60 or 90 back? You follow me? This all depends on if you're gonna move within the next 3 to 5 years, kind of stuff, and longer term, obviously. Deck additions, 65 to 90%. Okay. The average cost of a deck is anywhere from $1,200 to 10 grand probably, but you need to talk to me before you do all this, okay? Energy efficient insulation. Insulate the house. It helps with keeping the cost of running the house better. And some basic updates, like keeping the paint fresh, fix the roof if it's leaking, obviously electrical issues that need to be fixed. Keep all those things up to date, okay? But very quick, the things to stay away from in this area, in-ground pools. In-ground pools, if you spend 100 grand on an in-ground pool, you might get negative on your value because of Pennsylvania. In California, you're only going to make 30 to 50% of that investment back. And everybody has a pool there. In-ground pools are bad for investments. Gourmet kitchens, we just talked about with high-end accessories. You want to think about energy efficiency, not high-end on appliances. Whirlpool tubs. When was the last time somebody sat in a Whirlpool tub in their master suite? I don't know many people that do. Sunrooms, they bring a very low value back. Expensive landscaping. Now keep your landscaping fresh, but expensive like hardscapes, ponds, that kind of thing. Room additions, unless it's a bedroom, not a good idea. Home office remodels, just keep it clean, fresh, bright, just a desk and good lighting. Roof replacements actually do not give you the actual cost of the roof back, but people expect a good roof. Garage additions, 60% roughly. Now, if you're going to stay in the house a long time, different story. Final word on this is you concentrate on smaller projects. The big uber luxury things are kind of gone. So keep it simple, keep it nice, and keep it the realtor coming in to talk about it if you want to talk about your specific neighborhood and things you can do, okay? All right, thanks for tuning in. Have a great week. We're going to talk about something more related to real estate next week, too. All right, take care. God bless.